Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Scribblings of Life. On this channel I share a lot of art tutorials on paper quilling, card making, scrapbooking, decoupage sometimes and other forms of art, and today we are going to learn a very new things which I have never shared on this channel before, that is how to create a dream catcher. So this is the dream catcher which we are going to learn how to make. This is a commission project which I made for my client, and the requirements to make this dream catcher are here. So these are the MDF cutouts which I got customized cut from a vendor, and since it is a laser cut, the MDF was rough on the side, so I used my nail filer and I just filed it a bit so that it gets smooth. Similarly I did with the name thing. After the filing was done, I primed the MDF surfaces using the gesso. So this is an important step because if you don't prime a surface and you use acrylic colors on them, especially the MDF, it will soak a lot of color first of all. Secondly, the colors will not come bright. So priming is basically to make the surface more smooth and bright. I mean the color output will be bright on the primed surface. So in case you don't have gesso, you can even use acrylic colors, white acrylic color, but I will suggest that go for gesso. So once the gesso coat was completely dry, I mean it took almost 3 to 4 hours to get it completely dry. Actually I made this MDF dream catcher in 3 days. So yeah. So once the gesso was dried up, I just applied one coat of white acrylic paint on all over this thing. It was not a necessary step, but I did it anyways because just white acrylic color will give a proper white finish to the MDF. Okay. So after doing this part, I had to start the another thing. So before that, I want to let you know that the theme which my client wanted was rose gold, because the room in which they are going to decorate this dream catcher is of rose gold theme. So what I did was I mixed the flesh tint and the baby pink color together to create a rose gold kind of shade. And my plan was to half color it in white, half color it in rose gold, and on the bottom, on the white colored side, the plan was to hang the pink color flower, pink or rose gold, whatever, like the matching color flower, sorry, feathers. Why I'm saying flowers, okay, so my mistake. So yeah, on the white side I hang the pink color feathers, and on the pink side I hang the white color feather, and on the medium like middle one, okay, I hang mixed of both. So yeah, here I am coloring the half part in the pink color, and while coloring, like we have to color the inside parts as well properly. And similarly white we don't have to do because we have already done it. Okay. So yeah, so I made these kind of dream catchers, customized name dream catcher, and the ring dream catchers as well. So if you want to learn how the things work, like for this the work was not a lot, but for the actual dream catcher in which the whole weaving process has to be done, uh, that is a technique. So if you want to learn that, I take workshops on that, so you can contact me on my website or on my email ID for the same. And yeah, coming back to the project, for the name I chose the golden color. No, sorry, it was copper color. Yeah, it was copper color, and I colored it properly in the metallic copper color because it was the requirement from the client side. Okay. And then I used this Fevibond. to paste it on over the MDF. I tried with the glue gun as well, but it came off, so I won't suggest that. So try to use either silicone glue or maybe that Fevibond. So as you can see over here, I had used this glue gun, but later it came off, so I again used that Fevibond to paste it. Okay. Now the dream catcher is ready, like the upper part. Now we have to hang the feathers on it. So to make the feathers, I took some string. This is a normal nylon string which is very easily available in the market. You can even use the anchor threads, the embroidery thread which come in the anchor, which come by the name of the company Anchor, and you can use those threads as well, and just tie the threads. So here I took the center one, the longest, side one to a bit shorter, and the outermost one even shorter, and I inserted the beads inside the thread, and then finally I use the Fevibond to stick the feathers into the beads. So this is the process which we are going to follow for the all the string to hang the feathers. So I think in one string I had used 9 to 11 beads. Okay, so accordingly per bead I hang 2 or 3 feathers depending upon how the quality of the feather, the length, the volume it has. So uh, the number varies, so you can try it yourself uh, and hang the feathers as shown. So if you are new to my channel, you must have understand by now that my tutorials are usually beginner friendly and you can learn a lot of things from my channel. But I don't post everything over here, so you can contact me if you want to learn anything specific. You can visit my Instagram channel, which is by the name Steps Towards Crafting, to see the other works which I have posted over there. And if you want to learn anything, I will be happy to take classes or give you mentorship for that. So yeah, I am always happy to teach people art, because for me art is something which is like heartbeat. Okay, so yeah, art is a stress buster in this negative environment. I mean, the pandemic is going on, the office work, the housework, a lot of things went together in our lives, and we don't get the me time, right? So I received this images from the client, and it is a different kind of happiness that we feel when we see our work decorating someone else's house. So yeah, so thanks for watching, giving your precious time to watch this video, and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Bye bye.